What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Breaking Bad Season 4. And Breaking Bad Season 4 is my all time favorite season in the Breaking Bad universe. To me, this is how you do a season. From start to finish, it is captivating, it sucks you right in. The suspense is through the roof, the writing is on point, the characters progress immensely, and the climax of the season, this is how you end a season. This is how you end a season long rivalry. So, Breaking Bad Season 4 primarily is focused on the rivalry between Walt versus Gus. And this whole rivalry got kicked off at the end of Season 3 when pretty much Walt ordered Jesse to kill Gale. And that's what kickstarted the Walt and Gus rivalry, which gets heated up in Season 4. Watch the episode Box Cutter of Season 4. That is all you need to know. It's just how vicious and just how dangerous Gus as a character truly is. Speaking of Gus, season 4 gives us more about Gus. We get to know a little bit more about Gus. The more we get to know his story a little more. We get to know the reasoning for certain things that he does. We get to know, we learn why he hates the cartel and why he specifically hates and tortures Hector Salamanca. It's revealed that by order of the cartel, Hector pretty much killed a very close friend of Gus as they were trying to get jobs with the cartel themselves. And of course, this was done in front of Gus, and Gus was pretty much made to watch it as a form of torture. And this is the catalyst of Gus's hatred towards the cartel and Hector, and it's handled extremely well. We feel sympathy for Gus himself, but we don't. But the show is strategic as to not make you feel overly sympathetic for Gus. And Giancarlo Esposito's performance all throughout the season is fantastic. When he has just that cold, stern exterior that he has, and when he's mingling with other people, you get that joyful, gleeful, cheerful side of him. And again, it's a performance that only an actor like Esposito can pull off, and pull off brilliantly. And brilliantly he does. Season 4 is the Gus show, and Giancarlo Esposito is fantastic all throughout this season. Love him as Gus in general, but I love him even more in this season. And the pretty much this human chess game between him and Walt throughout this season is also done exponentially well to itself. Walt in this season is just as great as he is in all the other seasons. This season, Walt, he's juggling a lot of things. He's got the relationship with Jesse, which is always on and off. He's got this budding feud with Mike that is slowly starting to develop. He's got the stuff with Hank, which is on the surface. He's got his story going on with Skyler and stuff like that. So yeah, Walt, as always, awesome. Cranston's performance can't be topped. But this season, to me, season 4 is where Walt truly does become Heisenberg. He's got a lot of great moments, especially the infamous "I am the one who knocks" and how he kills Gus at the end. This season 4 is the final transformation of Walter White into Heisenberg, and it's fantastic stuff. The stuff with Jesse in this season also handled pretty well, also handled really, really good to itself. Jesse continues to be one of the most sympathetic characters in Breaking Bad because he's pretty much being told what to do by people that he ultimately has some respect for. Even though his relationship with Walter is that of one of an abusive father-son relationship, he still has respect for Walt, and he still respects Walt enough to where he tells Gus, "Hey, listen, as long as Mr. White's alive, I'll cook for you, but the second he dies by any unnatural way, by any way, I ain't gonna do it." Jesse still has a sense of loyalty to Walter, which is handled really great. But we also see something else develop as well. We see Jesse form a bond with Mike, and Mike pretty much becomes this mentor towards Jesse, and it kind of creates this interesting parallel. Walt and Jesse is like an abusive father-son relationship, but Jesse and Mike is developing into a more proud father-son relationship. And I like these two budding relationships that Jesse's in. It's going to create a very interesting dynamic once we get to season 5, which I can't wait to talk about because the stuff that happened in season 5, especially that first half with Mike, Jesse, and Walt, I think is really good stuff from a dramatic standpoint. But season 4 is the foundation of that story, which is going to be, and it's handled and set up perfectly for when it does keep in high gear. Stuff as Hank is done, handled pretty good as well. You know, Hank is still rehabbing from the attack by the twins in season 3. This one, he doesn't really. In season 4, he does have some pretty good things to do here and there. I like the scenes of him and Walt going on a stakeout. I like Hank's investigation into Gus and Los Pollos Hermanos, with Hank trying to link the two together for the whole and the meth super lab, which, of course, we know happens, and we know that Hank is right to make those suspicions. So that stuff's handled pretty good onto itself. The stuff with Skylar and her little subplot with Ted, that's fine too. You know, we get a lot of good solid moments in this season all throughout as well. So yeah, season 4 to me is a perfect season. From an acting standpoint, it's on top, untouchable. From a storyline standpoint, it not only progresses the Breaking Bad story, but it just makes you just want to know what is going to happen next. Walter White has now embraced himself as Heisenberg. He really is the only game in town once he kills Gus, and the way he kills Gus is brilliant. So Walt creates this homemade bomb, and he pretty much uses Tio, to kill Gus. Since Tio already hates Gus, Tio more or less is like, fuck it, I'll work with you to kill this asshole. Which is what eventually happens, and they blow up the whole nursing home, which is a great scene. And the makeup effect on Gus having his Two-Face thing with his skull being exposed is gruesome, awesome stuff. I like it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I can't say enough good things about season 4. I can talk about season 4 a lot. That's how much I love the season. So many good things happen in the season that's all hard to cram into a review. But those are just my bare bone, basic highlights. Yes, season 4 is a perfect 10 out of 10. Cannot praise this season enough. This is the definitive Breaking Bad season. So yeah, this is my all-time favorite Breaking Bad season. Like I said, 10 out of 10. I love it. Let me know what your favorite Breaking Bad season is in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I will check you back next time for more.